and welcome to Hi guys, and welcome to Stefan Eats, and in this video we're going to explore a region of China which is not very well represented in Vancouver. I'm talking about Xi'an cuisine. I'm really sorry for my pronunciation, it's probably not great. One of my favorite types of Chinese food out there, lots of spice, a lot of really bold flavors. I originally had 3 places planned, but one of the places is closed, so it's just going to be 2 places, but it's okay. These 2 places we're going to get more dishes and show you guys some of the really cool items that we can find. This first place here, we are in Richmond, and it's called Xi'an Noodle. They have one dish which I'm really interested in, and it's a dish that was actually featured in the Chinese Restaurant Awards. And yeah, that's the one dish we're gonna go for it, but then, you know, there's some other stuff. Temptation is definitely present. So anyways, let's go in Xi'an Noodle Restaurant. And hopefully this one's open, so let's go. Okay, so it's kind of breakfast time. We're gonna start off a little bit spicy here, and we're gonna go for some beef flank. It kind of looks like sausage a little bit. Now this is just a bit of an appetizer. The dish we got is huge. We got one big dish, and that's the dish that was recommended by the Chinese Restaurant Awards. But you know, temptation once again, it affects us. So we got a couple of other things, and we have this beef flank sporting some sesame seeds and some chili oil, and I think there's some little bits of maybe some tendon in here too. So a nice little mix of things. And yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that sauce at the bottom too. So you have all these bean sprouts soaking up all that sauce at the bottom. I'm gonna try this guy. It almost looks like ham. Yes, perfect. Let's go. I like their chili sauce a lot. Yeah, that kind of like chili oil, very fragrant. It does taste a lot like ham. It's it has some saltiness to it, but then that beautiful spice comes right after that and kind of kicks you in the teeth a little bit, but in a very good way. And of course, these amazing sprouts hanging out and just bathing in that chili oil. Yeah, if you're a spice lover, this is perfect for you. And of course, in the morning, just amazing. I love it. Now we have the biang biang noodles, and these I think we requested with some pork. I think it's hot oil seared biang biang noodles. So I think what they do is they, I think they have some chili oil or something, and then they put oil, and then it kind of cooks together, and then they kind of pour it on top of the noodles. Really, the good characteristic, of course, is just a super kind of thick, or not really thick, but more like a flat style noodle. And if it's done well, it's one of my favorite dishes. And of course, you're just gonna mix all this stuff together. At the bottom, there should be probably some chili oil, and very, very aromatic. Just gonna get a bit of this flat noodle there, and of course, oh, look at that. Yes, perfect. It's like a noodle cover. If I could choose my covers next time, maybe I'll choose this instead of going to IKEA. But anyways, let's go. Let's take a bite. Enough of these horrible jokes. Very nice kind of silky texture from the noodle. Still has a nice bite to it. I wasn't really sure about the spice. Based on what I was seeing, I didn't know it was gonna be super spicy, but you get a really kind of nice amount of spiciness coming from, I think it's those braised pork, or that braised pork on top. That sauce at the bottom, it may look a little bit watery, but it's actually packing quite a bit of flavor. Really like the texture of the noodles, and like the spiciness is actually pretty good. And yeah, there's little bits of pork. I actually like the fact that there are carrots in there, adds a little bit of sweetness. I'm not sure if they make their noodles here, but very, very good quality noodles, and yeah, very nice bite to them. Not overcooked. I'm digging these noodles quite a lot. All right, perfect. I have to take off my glasses. It's getting steamy in here. Wow, 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 wow. Look at this. Look at the size of it. So, it did say for 2 to 4 people. And yeah, they weren't kidding. We'll try. We'll try to make a dent into this dish. All about those potatoes and that braised chicken. It's braised Xinjiang chicken. Now, Xinjiang is a little bit more northwest than Xi'an itself, but this being probably one of their signature dishes, we couldn't ignore it. There's cinnamon, maybe some nutmeg in there. There's some bay leaves, super aromatic. Here you go. There's a nice bit of chicken. I think they're just kind of cutting up, looks like mostly thighs. Oh yeah. First thing you taste is a little bit of saltiness, not too much spiciness, and then after that, yeah, then those peppercorns kind of take over, all those spices take over. I think with the noodles, it'll be fairly good. I think we'll have to mix the noodles into the broth, but yeah, definitely get a lot of that broth involved, because that's really where some of that flavor is gonna be. For some reason, I have a feeling the potato actually might be the star of this dish, because that potato has been soaking all these juices, and I think that's really the one that's gonna do it. Oh, that potato, nicely cooked, still a little bit of bite, not too mushy. And then you just have to just dip it and dip it and dip it into those juices. And we're gonna get some of the noodles involved. We got the thinner noodles. You can also choose biang biang noodles to go in here, but obviously we got that as a dish, so we thought we'd go for these thinner ones. And you're gonna have to just put these into that center, just mix it all around. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes, perfect. Just an explosion of flavors. Yeah, you can taste the star anise. There's like peppercorns and all those amazing spices that have stewed into there. Those noodles also very nice and al dente too. Nice chew to them. Perfect dish. They say 4 people, but you know, I think we could probably do this, right? I guess it's just me then. What do you call an emergency vehicle made out of potatoes? A ambulance. Pew, 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 pew. You know, a long time ago, Russia decided to send a spaceship full of potatoes into orbit. It's called a Sputnik. You know, Sputnik potato is a spud. Just before we go on to our next Xi'an spot, remember a long time ago we did Richmond cheap eats, and I got a couple comments that were like, oh, you didn't go to Hong Kong Barbecue Master. Why do you not know about Hong Kong? Of course I know about Hong Kong Barbecue Master. We're gonna get some pork, maybe some duck. Let's go line up. So we got one thing and front of the car this time, because this car doesn't really have a back. Hong Kong Barbecue Master. I haven't been here in a little while, so hopefully it's kept the same quality. I mean, it looks super juicy, so I think it's gonna be really good. And here you go. Oh yes. So we have the barbecue pork, which is probably one of my favorite porks, and then you have the duck, and look at that kind of crispy skin. It's been rendered and that amazing kind of darker reddish color. I'm gonna start with the pork. The pork might be my favorite thing there, and oh, I think this, yeah, this is the one right there. Oh, that skin is unbelievable. Wow, it's not too tough. You just got a perfect crunch, and you're crunching through, it feels like layers of different types of crunch. It's like biting through a tower of crispy layers. You get so many amazing layers. You are back for more. You are just, stop it. Normally one wasp, I mean, we're used to it, but that was a very, very aggressive wasp. We were trying to swat him away, and he was like going on my hand, and he almost stung me. And I think we're gonna go into this, this duck here. Oh yes, look at that. Yes, perfect. And I love that skin is just absolutely amazing. The meat looks a little bit leaner than I'm used to, but I think that skin will more than make up for it. The flavor is really good. Oh yeah. Actually, yeah, the flavor is amazing. With that being said, it's very lean. Definitely leaner than I'm used to. And then the skin is not quite as kind of crispy and fatty as I thought it would be. I think the duck is fairly good, but I'm gonna go for the pork on this one. I think when I do come here, I always do get the crispy roasted pork. The chicken looks amazing, so I'm gonna do the chicken next time. Overall, it's very, very solid. Is it as good as what it used to be? No. Is it still really, really tasty? Yes. It used to be absolutely stunning, but of course, now that they're so busy and now that they're just pumping them out so fast, I think maybe some of the quality's gone down just a little bit. Anyways, let's go back to what we were supposed to focus on, Xi'an Food. And our last place is probably one of my favorite restaurants in all of Vancouver. Let's go there now. What are you looking at? Pigeon? You and your frickin' unhealthy love of pigeons.
They're crows. They're crows.
Same thing. They're both like flying rats anyways. So first dish has come up, and this is these are the cold noodles, and I think there's some gluten inside, and also I think there's sesame paste. And I think, oh yes, look at that. The noodle texture is really, this is probably, if it's done well, one of my favorite dishes out there. And of course, look at all that beautiful juice at the bottom. Oh, and such a fresh dish, so fragrant, and you can just smell it too, just, oh wow, yes. You can smell the chilies, you can smell a little bit of that sesame in there too. And let's mix those noodles up just a little bit more. Yeah, look at, focus on that, look at that, focus on there. Oh, and of course the gluten, what it does beautifully is it just soaks up all those amazing juices. And there you go, oh yes, perfect. Oh, all those beautiful noodles. Got a bit of gluten on there too. Wow, yeah, the noodles have such a nice texture to them. Yeah, they're a little bit rubbery, but then as soon as you bite into them, you can tell they're just beautifully made. And of course, all that chili just comes in right after that. Very high quality chili sauce. I love it. You get a bit of the crunch, obviously, from the cucumbers. And of course, you get the extra texture from the bean sprouts. Oh, yes. And then the vinegariness at the end, just perfect start to this meal. And now one of my favorite dishes maybe in the city has shown up, and I'm so excited to show you guys this. If you haven't tried this dish, I would cross deserts for this dish. This is just very simply steamed chicken in chili sauce, and the chili sauce is absolutely to die for. Steamed chicken on the top. There are some pickled veggies on the bottom, if memory serves me right. And oh, I sounded like an Iron Chef there, you know, like the guy in Iron Chef, you know, if memory serves me right. Anyways, moving on. Let's just dig right in. Super beautiful, and that sauce. I think it's all about that sauce, but also the softness of the chicken. Look at that, how it just breaks apart. And that skin is so gelatinous, so melty. And of course, it was amazing. I love how the scallions have just stayed on there as just an extra gift to us. And yeah, dip it a little bit more in that chili sauce. And then there you go. Oh, yes, perfect. Oh, I'm already salivating. Wow, yeah. Super tender chicken. That skin is just so amazing. It's kind of gelatinous, but gelatinous to a point where it just completely dissolves in your mouth. And then that chili sauce, I don't know what they do to this sauce, but it's complete magic. It's so good, so fragrant, just perfectly seasoned, a little bit salty. And you get these kind of, I think, I'm not sure exactly what veggies these are, but these are kind of pickled, maybe cabbage I want to say, but I really don't know. And then the cabbage just wakes you up with just a kind of pungent, vinegary, spicy bite. This is a spice where you eat it, eventually your mouth kind of numbs up a little bit, but in such an amazing way. And wow, yeah, just another bite. I love this dish so much. Oh, and look at that amazing skin on the top. Oh, wow. And it's just steamed chicken. It's such a simple dish, but it's just expertly prepared, and you gotta get more of that chili on there. Oh, yes. That chicken, maybe one of my favorite chicken dishes of all time. And of course, you gotta chase it with a little bit of this kind of fresh cucumber. This is very simple too. And it's just cucumber with some vinegar and some garlic, and just a very good palate cleanser to have. So fresh. Tastes a bit of that garlic, a little bit of vinegar in there. Really like a palate cleanser between dishes, especially with the spicier dishes. Yeah, perfect. And of course, look at this. This is actually a dish I've never had before. When I come here, normally what I do is I will get the cold noodles, I'll get the Chinese, I'll get the Xi'an burger, I'll get the chicken. But this one I've actually never had, and when I actually read up about this place, apparently this is absolute fire. And the Xi'an burgers have shown up too. Oh, perfect timing for everything. Okay, let's try this chicken. So this is a spicy fried chicken with cumin and a whole bunch of chili flakes. It looks like they kind of cut it up. But yeah, oh, that fragrance of the cumin, you can just smell it, and super crispy fried. I think there's maybe some potatoes in there too. I mean, come on. What kind of amazing fry is this? Let's do the chicken though first. Yeah, let's do the chicken. Fairly smaller bites. It looks like they kind of cut the little chicken wings apart from these little legs? What are these? I forgot. Anyway. I love that a lot. Wow, move over Phnom Penh. I think this is a contender So delicious, so freshly fried, super hot, super crispy, not too spicy. It's more of like a little bit of like a numbing flavor, and then that cumin just comes in for the epic win at the end. What I really like about these is they're not too salty, but it's just crispy, delicious flavor, a little bit of that numbing chili, and whoa, that is really good. And of course, that potato, yes. Oh, this is like an epic, delicious fry. Oh yeah, that's really good too. I think they're just fried once. It's pretty much like a crispy potato wedge, and then just seasoned also. Okay, Xi'an pork burger, and they didn't have the lamb one, so instead we got 2 of the pork burgers, and this is probably, this 100% already I know will be my favorite. I've had this so many times, I know exactly what it's gonna taste like, and it is easily my favorite Xi'an pork burger in the whole city. So what you're looking for is the super tender pork, and what you really want to see is some coloration and also having a bun that's not too thick. The bun is fairly thin, and then those juices are kind of just soaking into there. And look at that interior. Look at that. I mean, come on. Look at that. Look how amazing that looks. Just full of seasoned pork. And also what you're looking at is what you're looking for is kind of like a nice ratio of fat to pork. You need a little bit of fat in there, just kind of melt everything together. Let's just take a bite. Oh. What I love is right away, yeah, you get that kind of fat from the pork, but that bun is just next level. It's fairly thin, nicely crisped up, and not too soft. So you get a nice kind of crispy texture, and then that super kind of aromatic pork inside. Normally what you do is you would dip it in the chili kind of bottom sauce from the cold noodles, but it's okay, because what do we have here? We have this epic sauce from the chicken. There you go. Oh, and what you want to do is just pour it right in. So excited about this, and look at that. Just dripping in chili oil. Oh. You could put chocolate cake in that sauce and I would still eat it. That sauce is so good. And that's that combination you want. Just epic, tender pork, beautiful bun that's soaking up all those juices, and then some chili oil in there just to kind of cut it a little bit with acidity and spice. Perfect pork burger. Absolutely amazing. And we got another one for David because, you know, I've been mean to him a lot. You've seen all the videos, just giving him vegetables. I'm gonna be nice to you today. I'm gonna give you an actual piece of food. Well, there you go. That's for David. Actually, you know what? Nah, taking it for me too. The last dish that we have ordered is such a Xi'an specialty. It's, if you go to any Xi'an place, it would be a crime not to have it. And this one, they've really done it. I really like that they've done it extremely legit. They have the pickled garlic with it, and of course these chilies, which I think are also pickled. So this is gonna actually have broken bits of pita, a whole bunch of fungus, and of course looking for some of that lamb too. But yeah, super, oh man, such a big portion too. And what you want to do obviously is you're gonna add the pickled garlic and that chili to taste. First of all, let's try the broth just by itself. Oh yeah, not too strong. It's a very soothing broth, and you can definitely kind of smell that lamminess too. You know what? After all of that, it's so nice to have just kind of a nice, refreshing, kind of a lamby, homey kind of soup. And look at that lamb there. Oh yes. Oh, giant bit of lamb. And I think what I'm gonna do is I might add some chili to this. I'm using my spoon currently, so I'm sorry, but I'm gonna use my fingers. There you go. And let's just put a giant pickled garlic on there. Oh, full. Literally just a bunch of lamb, some chilies, and the pickled garlic all in one bite with a little bit of that broth. Oh, wow. It's like a symphony of flavors in my mouth. Pavarotti would be proud. Super delicious, the lamb very tender, pickled chili, or the chili's not too strong, so not too spicy, and then that amazing garlic. The garlic is a little bit sweet, a little bit briny, and then you're mixing with that meat. Definitely add that garlic. It just adds so much flavor. I think there's also some noodles in here. Yeah, looks like probably some clear noodles, some glass noodles. I'm gonna do a bit of the fungus too. Oh yeah, yeah, crunchy fungus. And the peanut bread has just soaked up all that broth. Very, very amazing soup. And overall, just all those items, I think all the items I got are pretty much their specialty items, especially the chicken, and I don't think you can go wrong with any of these. These are all just so delicious, and that's why I love this place so much. Almost anything you get is just made so well, so much love. I think it's just two people operating the restaurant. I'm so happy I've ended here, and yeah, let's keep fun eating.
Thank you so much for joining us in this video of amazing Xi'an food in Vancouver. And yeah, I think it's safe to say I'm not in Vancouver anymore. I am somewhere else. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. Get ready for the next video. It's gonna be an epic adventure, and I'm so excited to show you some other spots. If you do enjoy our videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon, and of course, hit us up with comments. We'll see you very soon. Ciao for now.